Good morning, everyone. Jai Shri Krishna. Today I'll start chapter 7 of Bhagwad Gita, which is Gnan Vignana Yoga, means yoga through realization of divine knowledge. I'll briefly talk about this yoga and recite its 30 verses explaining its meaning. This chapter begins by describing the material and spiritual dimensions of God's energies. Sri Krishna explains that all these have emanated from him and they rest in him, as bees strung on a thread. He is the source of the entire creation, and into him it again dissolves. His material energy, Maya, is very difficult to overcome, but those who surrender to him receive his grace and cross over it easily. Sri Krishna describes the four kinds of people who do not surrender to him and the four kinds of people who engage in his devotion. Amongst his devotees, he considers as most dear those who worship him in knowledge, with mind and intellect merged in him. Some whose intellect has been carried away by material desires surrender to the celestial gods, but these celestial gods can only bestow temporary material fruits, and even those by the powers they have received from the Supreme Lord. Thus, the most worthy object of devotion is God Himself. Sri Krishna confirms that He is the highest reality and ultimate attainment, possessing eternal divine attributes such as omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence. However, his personality is hidden by the veil of his divine Yogamaya power, and hence the imperishable nature of his eternal divine form is not known to all. If we take shelter in him, he bestows upon us knowledge of himself, and on knowing him, we also get knowledge of the self and the field of karmic actions. Verses 1 to 30. Shri Bhagwana Uvacha Maya Saktamanaha Partha Yogam Yujanmadrashraya Ashanshaya Samagram Mam Yatha Gnayashyasi Tanachunu Gnanam Teham Savignanam Midam Vakshamya Sesatah Yagnatva Neha Bhuyo Agnatavyama Shishyate Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschittate Siddhe Yatamapi Siddhanam Kashinma Veti Tattvaha Bhumirapo Nalo Vayuhu Kham Mano Buddhirevacha Cha Ahamkara Iti Yamme Binna Prakriti Rashtatya Apareya Mitastanvana Nam Prakrutim Viddhi Me Param Jiva Bhuta Mahabaho Yayedam Dharyate Jagata Etadyoniti Bhutani Sharvani Dyupadharayah Aham Krutasya Jagatah Prabhavaha Pralayasthatha Mattaha Parantaram Nanyat Ki Atyasti Dhanarjaya Mai Sarva Midam Protam Sutre Mani Gana Iva Rasho Mahashu Konteya Prabhasmi Sashi Shurya Yoho Pranavaha Sarvade Vedeshu Sabdaha Ke Porusham Rupuhu Puno Gandaha Prithvivyam Cha Tejaswami Vibhavasau Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu Tapasrami Tapasrinu Bijam Ma Sarvabhutana Viddhi Partha Sanatanam Buddhir Buddhi Matamasti Tejastase Javi Shri Namaha बलं बलं वता चाहं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्मविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतवर्षम्। ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसात्समशास्व ये मत्त एव तान् विन्दै न त्वं तेषु ते मति। त्रिवेणुगुणं भर्योभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं न जानाति मामेभ्यः परं व्ययम्। देवी हेषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मावेव ये प्रपद्यते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते। न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढाः प्रपद्यने नराधमः माययापह्यन्ज्ञाना आशुरं भाविमाश्रिताः। चतुर्विद्या भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुनः आर्तो जिज्ञासुरयार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतवर्षम्। तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्त एकदभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनो अर्थमहं स च मम प्रियः। उदाराः सर्व वेदज्ञानी त्वात्मेय मे ममत आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा मामेव वान्तु न गतिम्। बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वमिते स महात्मा सुदुर्लभः। कामेस्ते हृतज्ञाना प्रपद्येत देवताः तं निमयस्थायत्य प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया। यो यां तनुं भक्तः श्रद्धायाचुर्मिच्छति तस्य चलां श्रद्धा तामेव विद्यया अम्यहम्। श्रद्धया युक्तस्त आराध्य न मीहते लभते च ततः कान्मा अन्मेव विवितान् हि तानः। अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषां तत्त्ववत्यल्पमेतचां देवान् यजो यान्ति भक्ता यान्ति मामपि। अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापं मन्यते मां बुद्धयः परं भावजानन्तो ममाव्यं मन्नुततम्। नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमायासमावृतः मूढोऽहं न जानाति लोको मां जमव्ययम्। वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तनानि चाचुर्जनः भविष्याणि च भूतानि मां दुवेद न कश्चन। इच्छाद्वेषसमूल्येन द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहं सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप। येषां तन्वगङ्गपापं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहनिर्मुक्ता भजन्ते मां दृढव्रताः। जरामरमोक्षाय ममाश्रय ययन्ति ये ते ब्रह्म दधितु कृतम् अध्यात्मं कर्म चाखिलम्। साधिभूतादि देवं मां साधियज्ञा च ये विदुः प्रलय कालेऽपि च मां ते विदुग्न चेतसः। Which means the Supreme Lord said, "Now listen, O Arjuna, how with the mind attached exclusively to me and surrendering to me through the practice of Bhakti Yoga, you can know me completely free from doubt. I shall now reveal unto you fully this knowledge and wisdom, knowing which nothing else remains to be known in this world. Amongst thousands of persons, hardly one strives for perfection, and amongst those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intellect, and ego, these are 8 components of my material energy. Such is my inferior energy, but beyond it, O mighty Arjuna, I have a superior energy. This is the Jiva Shakti, means soul energy, which comprises the embodied souls who are the basis of life in this world. Know that all living beings are manifested by these two energies of mine. I am the source of the entire creation, and into me it again dissolves. There is nothing higher than myself, O Arjuna. Everything rests in me as beads strung on a thread. I am the test in water, O son of Kunti, and the radiance of the sun and the moon. I am the sacred syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in the other and the ability in humans. I am the pure fragrance of the earth and the brilliance in fire. I am the life force in all beings and penance of the ascetics. O Arjuna, know that I am the eternal seeds of all beings. I am the intellect of the intelligent and the splendor of the glorious. O best of Bharatas, in strong persons I am their strength, devoid of desire and passion. I am the activity not conflicting with virtue or scriptural injunctions. The three states of material existence, goodness, passion, and ignorance, are manifested by my energy. They are in me, but I am beyond them. Deluded by the three modes of Maya, the people in this world are unable to know me, the imperishable and eternal. My divine energy Maya, consisting of the three modes of nature, is very difficult to overcome, but those who surrender unto me cross over it easily. Four kinds of people do not surrender unto me: those ignorant of knowledge, those who lazily follow their lower nature through capable of knowing me, those with deluded intellect, and those with a demonic nature. O best amongst the Bharatas, four kinds of pious people engage in my devotion: the distressed, the seekers after knowledge, the seekers of worldly possessions, and those who are situated in knowledge. Amongst these, I consider them to be the highest, who worship in me with knowledge and are steadfastly and exclusively devoted to me. I am very dear to them, and they are dear to me. Indeed, all those who are devoted to me are indeed noble, but those in knowledge, who are of steadfast mind, whose intellect is merged in me, and who have made me alone as their supreme goal, I consider as my very self. After many births of spiritual practice, one who is endowed with knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be all that is. Such a great soul is indeed very rare. Those whose knowledge has been carried away by material desires surrender to the celestial gods. Following their own nature, they worship the Devatas, practicing rituals meant to propitiate these celestial personalities. Whatever celestial form a devotee seeks to worship with faith, I steady the faith of such devotee in that form. Endowed with faith and devotee worships a particular celestial god and obtains the objects of desire, but in reality I alone arrange these benefits. But the fruit gained by these people of small understanding is perishable. Those who worship the celestial gods to go the celestial abodes, while my devotees come to me. the less intelligent think that I, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, was formless earlier and have now assumed this personality. They do not understand the imperishable, exalted nature of my personal form. I am not manifest to everyone, being veiled by my divine Yogamaya energy. Hence, those without knowledge do not know that I am without birth and changeless. O Arjuna, I know of the past, present, and future, and I also know all living beings, but me no one knows. O descendant of Bharat, the dualities of desire and aversion arise from illusion. O conqueror of enemies, all living beings in the material realm are from birth deluded by this. But the persons whose sins have been destroyed by engaging in pious activities become free from the illusion of dualities. Such persons worship me with determination. Those who take shelter in me, striving for liberation from old age and death, come to know Brahman, the individual self, and the entire field of karmic actions. Those who know me as the governing principle of Abhibhuta, means field of matter, and the Adidvaita, the celestial gods, and as Adi Yagna, the lord of sacrificial performances, such enlightened souls are in full consciousness of me even at the time of death. अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता सप्त अध्याय ज्ञान विज्ञान योग संपूर्णम। नमस्ते।